Nothing work against you unless the things that you have created for yourself. Those attitudes and behaviors that you think are unique to you and also for your safety may also be a stumbling block to you. You want to know the reasons people have not been interested in you or want to avoid those behaviors that will keep you single in life. Then, here are those behaviors that could be responsible for that. 4 behaviors that are keeping you single. Number 1, because you have not been sociable. Nobody in this life is an island, and nobody could ever be. The role of interdependency and relativity among humans cannot be taken away from the social environment of humans. You want a good life. You want to have the good things of life, but you are not sociable. You do not relate with people. If you cannot create those things, then you have to relate with people to learn and be aware of it. You want to shut yourself out of the civilization of life. You do not interact with people around you. As you grow into adulthood, people tend to get interested in you. They want to be with you and have time to share with you. But the thing is that you do not have the same time to spend with them. You are always alone all by yourself. You do not relate or interact with people because you think it is not necessary, because you think you want to avoid the past unpleasant experience that you had, because you had people in your life. You shout yourself out of reach of people. That behavior is not right. No matter what it is you have had in the past, your future still holds great things for you than what is gone. You only know what has happened and gone, but you do not know what is ahead. And note this, that what is ahead of you is always greater than what you have already had. That is the reason you have been single. That is the reason you may remain single, because you have not led the door for people to get to know you. You do not want anybody to come around. How do you then think you will have a lover and a true admirer that is going to be realistic? Come out. Do not assume everybody is bad. Do not assume everybody that comes to you want to exploit you and get away. You cannot read and understand the intention of people by staying away from them. All you have to do is come close and define the things that you do and get the best from it. If you do not deal with this mentality now, it will end up keeping you away from receiving the blessings and the favor and the good things that come from God through human beings. And most importantly, you will remain single, which is not the best for you. Number 2, lack of moral courtesy. The people you see around you are not what you think they are. Some have come to see the best reason to convince them to count and rely on you, but you do not know. Some are in disguise to know if you will fit into their life. You have been wondering the reason you have been single, and nobody wants to relate with you. Nobody wants to commit themselves to you. The reason is because you have not worked on your attitude. You do not have the moral courtesy to relate with people. You do not respect people. You do not have God behavioral tendency towards people in order to draw them closer to you, and even when people are close to you. There are ways of keeping people in your life. There are things you must do if you must sustain the presence of people in your life. One is that you have to respect them no matter who they are and who you are. You may be good and higher than the person. You may have the opportunity to come from a better background that has given you everything, and so you treat people like a piece of cloth. You think everybody that is below your level is worthless and has no life in them. This is a very bad ideology to live with, and by this, you are chasing people away from you. You are supposed to bring good people to your life. Do you know the implications of your ideology? It will always bring people that think and treat people like you to you, and they are not real people. You have to respect and treat people rightly. You have to see the greatness and the importance in people, no matter the age or the level in life. This is a piece of liberating information that you are getting. You may not know if you have disrespected the person that God had prepared for you. You may have been rude to the person that God is telling you is best and his gift for you because you do not see the reason to give the person the chance to express themselves to you freely. Number 3, because there is no contentment in you. It is so bad that you have been the reason you have not found yourself someone that will love you and give you the love experience that God had prepared for you. You are not contented with what you have. You are always comparing people together. You always want to be in a place you aren't meant to be. You are with someone, but your desire is with another person. People do not like contention. Every true lover you see is always having an element of jealousy in them, so they will not want to be with someone that will always make them feel they are not good enough. When people know you are such a person, they will do everything to avoid being with you or having anything to do with you. This is the reason you have been single without any hope of having someone soon. People are fed up with your insatiable life. What you have is never enough for you, and that is the reason you venture into things that are bad and unhealthy for you. You are not satisfied with the things you have. You are always messing things up, and nobody wants to involve themselves in such a messy adventure of love and emotion. Nobody wants to invest their time and emotion into something that they cannot be proud of. You have not lived a life that one could be proud of. The behavior is not what you should keep if you want to have people in your life. If you want someone that will love you truly and genuinely. If you want someone that will trust you and give themselves to you. That is the reason you have been single. You have not taken away those things that will spoil things for you. People do not want to have the liability in their lives. You have been making yourself a liability to people, laying your burden on them, and you are not lucrative and enterprising as a person. You depend on people. Number 4, look good and appear neat before people. You have been single and may remain single if you do not clean up yourself. Have you noticed that people love coming around someone when they have properly and neatly cared for themselves? Listen, not having enough to live in luxury, you may not have what it takes to smell well, but you have what it takes to look good. Nobody is expecting you to live beyond your means. Just present yourself neat, look neat and good, and avoid the bad body smell. Take good care of your skin and bathe always to look healthy. Eat healthy food and avoid dangerous living. If you do this, then you will see how appealing you will look before people and the response by appreciating your look and general appearance. Hence, you are sending a signal out and you will be accepted by people. Change your mindset, change your life. Give people the best version of you and you will stop being single. Few among people will want to work from the scratch. Other majority want to have things when it is properly done. Understanding this, you will know what to do. Learn the trend in fashion, the prevailing mindset in technology, in business, in family, and in entrepreneurship. Other things will start coming into the place because you will stop living in the past. You will start living in the knowledge presented and the future in view. Rebrand yourself and come out as a new person. Make it light on yourself and it will attract people to you. Being dirty or coward for any reason will continue to keep you single. But when you change those behaviors and apply new knowledge, your life will take a new turn and you will become a different person that everybody will appreciate. It is in your hand to give yourself the life you want. If you want to remain in your state, then you have to remain, but if your status quo is not pleasing to you, then you have to stand up and take a step. With this, you are a step out of being single and some step away from getting into the new life you want. That life is a life filled with love and favorable affection.